Just turn to page 7 of the Kurukulla Center prayer book. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha, in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha, in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies, forms supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms atoms, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white heap, curd like cloud, O Losang Dragpa Dharma's omniscient King, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, famed glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, perfume and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essence full. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit, beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Losang Dragpa's essential teaching specially shine forever. Nigmate say we ter chen rezik, dreame kien te wang po jam tel yang, du pung malu jom ze sang wei dak, gang chen ke pe tsu gen song kapa, lo sang drag pe jabla so wade. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time, the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the context of the At that very time, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form, form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth, up to no aging and death and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path. No exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom. And because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata, gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom shall be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the hosts of the three places Dakinis. Tayata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisoha. Through the power of truth of the exalted three-jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the four maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, Shanti Kuruye Soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive in perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Saji perki juk shing ne to praham dri prabling ji yi de gyen padi sangye jingdu mi te Sakam Niryatayami. Churdang Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dakni Kapsuchi Dagi Churnyen Gi Pesonam Ki Drola Pinchir Sange Druparshu. Churdang Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dakni Kapsuchi Dagi Churnyen Gi Pesonam Ki Drola Pinchir Sange Druparshu. Churdang Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dakni Kapsuchi Dagi Churnyen Gi Pesonam Ki Drola Pinchir Sange Druparshu.
Good evening. How are you? Cold? It's cold? Really? No? Like Ian just came from beach. Feel cold? Not cold like that? It's not cold. I think winter will come back. Anyway, I think you guys finish your day, right? More hard work is finished. It's not cold. He's the young guy. I'm old man, feel cold. Anyway, it's wonderful. We all come together to discuss about Buddhism philosophy. It's not easy to understand. Something going just up here, or nothing makes sense. Right? What do you think? Michael, does it make sense or just something going up here? Not really, really. You know, you can try to continue lesson again and again, study again and again, thinking again and again. It makes better. What do you think? It's getting better or same as before? No, right? Same before maybe you already were same, but you try to more, try to again. Then one time, then you say, oh, I heard that all the time. Nothing changed. Nothing new. Right? People have to see new things, hear new things, right? But you know, even the Shantideva says, I don't have nothing to say, to new. You know, if you really practice into practice, then you can see every day some new change, new things. But we don't really much effort. We don't see new, right? Like, you know, science, they update every week, or every month, or every year. Because they research again and again. They do like put into the action. They can see the new, right? They can see every month new update. Like we have a phone update every year, right? Like computer, you guys update. Maybe they already updated. They want to make more money. They say, oh, you have to update, otherwise your phone, your computer will be shut down. But anyway, like Buddhism is like science of our mind. Therefore, like the mission of change our mind. Does it make sense? The mission to sim jujudan krujarlan. The
Machine to change the mind.
machine to change the mind. Do you think we can change our mind? Do you think do we need change the mind? Really? Why? Oh, I think we have a lot of positive minds also, right? Peace minds, happy minds. But the peace and happy is not very stable. Then, you know, anyway, it's a little, you can study more, try to more meditation, put into practice. You feel something. You know, when you eat food, you choose mood, how to choose, how to choice? You choose more, you can chew. You chew more, you can get real, the taste. You don't chew, just swallow. You don't get the taste food, right? Like that, you know, the practice Buddhism or study Buddhism, we need to just not when whatever you know, live that. Like, you know, you do knowledges, like you know how you fix the computers, how you update computers. If you know, then you just leave that. You don't need to do all the time again. Oh, allergy. I'm the American now. Allergy likes me. Now, you know, like that, it's different than you study your school and study Buddhism. We need to more familiarize, right? Sorry. Are you guys have allergy? Everyone? I don't know, I have allergy or some cold or... But it's okay, this is samsara, it is for the result of the delusion. There's nothing good all the time. Therefore, try to, you know, like benefit or loving kindness and compassion. Do you think that people are more compassion, more complicated? What do you think? People have more compassion, that person is more complicated. What do you think? Compassion. Yeah, this is, you know, we have to, really, I'm just not joking. It's really, you have to research. Sometimes people say, who has more compassion and loving kindness, they are more how is that? More suffering. What do you think? More suffering. No. Suffering, not soft. Suffering. What do you think? Anyway. Yes, are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said yes. What do you guys think?
I think no.
He said no. No, which one's right? Who's right?
You have more to worry about, more people to worry about being compassionate. They have more problems now.
But compassion brings bliss.
It does.
If you do it the right way.
Yes. Yeah.
That's for ordinary beings. I mean, you're not blissful when you're seeing people in a disaster. You have compassion for them. It's a form of pain because you're feeling the pain. I think in the long run there is. Not for me at least.
I would agree with that. I mean, like sometimes that it's painful even to meditate on suffering, you know, in order to cultivate compassion. Sometimes it's very difficult. It feels like, but maybe that in the long term, it would be less.
What is it? Dora?
I think that there is some effort involved in generating compassion, and sometimes there is a feeling of pain, but I think that pain is very short-lived compared to the benefits that you receive from ultimately.
Yes.
That's true. It's just compassion is not easy. There's a lot of hardship.
And over time you detach, like in a hospital, you know, you're first working in an emergency room, you're seeing people stabbed, they're dying. But over time it just becomes automatic. Your compassion changes rather than feeling, it's just action. But the feeling over time has to go down because you see it every day, it becomes common.
Yeah, they're common. Even the doctors, they doesn't think they're really human being. Just some mission or some peace with their context. They have not much emotion, right? Yeah, like that, you guys right.
Are the Buddha's minds more complicated or sentient beings?
What do you think?
Buddhas.
Karu?
I think session is
상계
nice.
상계 쌤이 여러 살 선지 여러 살
Kukara.
그러면 왜 아마도 여러 살
Really?
Who has more in their mind, the Buddha or a sentient being?
뭐였어?
More, not complicated, more in their mind.
Concern? We do.
concerns
I
쌤들
think an ordinary mind is more than an omniscient mind.
Are you serious? You just, you think Buddha is worrying?
No, not worried,
Then,
more complicated.
Complicated.
what is complicated?
Well, I think I need to define what the question is.
Yeah, what is complicated?
I'm
Yeah,
picturing just more in their mind.
No, anyway, it's 100%. Buddha is not complicated. Buddha is peace, calm, flexible. He don't have any problems. I think complicated is a problem, right? No? Complicated is a problem, right? No? Okay.
Very sophisticated.
Okay, what's complicated?
Many,
He's a very complicated person. What do you say? He's a very complicated person. What do you mean?
many different parts coming together. Many things
These things come together.
coming together. Yeah.
There's a problem.
Versus
No, that
simple.
has to be a
Not necessarily a
problem.
problem,
Okay.
Like a watch has many pieces coming together.
and it's not a problem.
Not a problem.
Oh, complicated is things come together. Ah,
Complex.
문제서부터 되더라
okay. This is big problem now here. Take career.
문제 설치가 영어로 상계다
Yeah, 사실 뭐죠?
You're saying there's a complication in Buddhahood? Is there a complication in Buddhahood?
Depends on.
An omnipresent mind is more complicated than a mundane mind.
What do you mean by that? Complicated? Means they have a complication that they cannot solve the problem, or
No, it just means that there's more aspects to the consciousness. By definition, omnipresent means it's aware of everything.
yeah.
Whereas someone who has a very limited awareness,
So
by
what is-
definition, it's more
What's the complication
complicated.
there?
The complication isn't like an emotional thing where it's
Yeah.
weighing on them.
Mhm.
There's just more parts to it. Just like a car is more complicated than a bicycle. From that definition, that's how I'm looking at it.
So is the Buddha's mind simple?
So would you have more parts? That is
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Not simple.
Well, I think there's two different
Complicated is
ways
not
you
simple.
can talk about communication. One is a very technical way, and that's moving parts coming together, and one is a very more like a slang. She's a complicated person, or he's a complicated person. I think in the slang sense, that means they have difficulties or problems.
I don't know, maybe 사진한테까지 요가 요마다 너. 제가 자는 데 사진을 요가 요마스다. 당고 센터 요다 이랬어. 내가 너무 메시지 complicated. 거기도 complicated.
그거는 막 되게 당시에서 막
답변. maybe we don't see that all, okay?
The ordaination is problematic.
Oh.
Sentient beings are more problematic than Buddha. Buddha have any problems? No. Buddha has no problem. So Buddha doesn't feel anything when he sees something?
Problems are not feeling.
That's not good. That's New German.
Buddha doesn't compassion.
Buddha has compassion?
But that's not a problem.
인정한 말. 전혀 말.
Yeah. No, there's no problem there. Anyway, now I don't know, we are maybe more complicated. Yes.
좋습니다. 문제요.
도리의 타임, 도리의 말. 사기라는 건 누가 너무 마찬가지.
When Avalokiteshvara was crying because he was so overwhelmed by all the suffering, what was that? What was he feeling?
Today, no, it's not true. I don't know. When the same teacher, any time we go, but you want that's if you challenge them, the Japan will tell you what was. You will not only the same teaching, you will as well. They are that ninja should chemote, Shadu some should chemote, same thing to Amazon, any young was well. That means you will.
So, in the aspect of the Buddha, there is no suffering at all. So even though he has, of course, has compassion, but the compassion that understands, right? So when normally, like when you see suffering of beings who are very close to you, you feel the suffering. It's also one thing is your compassion, but other thing is that you're attached to that person. Right? That's why you feel the pain also. But Buddha doesn't have that kind of attachment. Even though he doesn't want them to be, suffering at all. He have a wish them to be free from suffering completely, but he understands that why they're going through that suffering. So therefore, Buddha doesn't have that kind of complication, or doesn't have that suffering or problem. And like in the case of Avalokiteshvara, it could be like as sentient beings, yes, we go through that kind of emotion, seeing so much suffering, they can't bear to see those suffering, so that's why you cry. And actually, that gives you the energy or the encouragement to do even more practice to have them faster.
대단히 저도 제가 알때 가시 와서 좀 영루부터 지금 소화를 있겠나 아니 소소로 고마워라 그랬어. 난 이제 나 어쩔 수 없습니다. 공부해야 돼.
So what Geshe is saying is that he said that if you understand it, if you experience it yourself, then you will have a better understanding.
삐짜잖아. 소소 가사니까 소소 같구나. 소소 보고 소소가 강이 들어가다 미셔가 강이 들어가 쳐버려 들어서.
So in terms of like how you feel yourself, when you see the suffering in your child versus seeing suffering in another person, like a stranger, that's a big difference, right?
근데 말마 반대 소소 강이 들어. 소소 보고 소소가 강이 들어가다 미셔가 소소 강이 들어.
And also like when somebody gives you a hard time, or when your one child gives you a hard time, there's difference there, right?
그래서 가기 쉽지 살았어.
Which one is more stronger? The hard time, the hard time given by your one child, or the hard time given by somebody else, like a stranger?
I think it would be harder for the stranger because it depends on what you mean by hard time, because usually
Yeah,
you give your child a pass.
No pass, doesn't do homework. Doesn't listen you. Like Your child doesn't listen to you, or someone else don't listen to you. Which was more strong? Which was more harmful you? Your child. Because you have more compassion. But which one more you get more angry? Really?
No, the other person.
I think the stage is more angry. So people can the seven the kusu someday was. But what the kutu the court do what bang was a corner side and the quality of budget to the Konokiego was.
So towards your child, you have this affection, compassion, right? And so therefore you don't feel that much of hatred. But other person, you don't have that, so you have always this thought, wanting to like, cause trouble to that person or cause harm to that person. And therefore anger is stronger.
Actually, you said we have more anger towards those in close with.
No, of course, there is, I'm talking about also for close people. We know angry who live in India. We don't know who the person, right? We always fight with our co-workers, husband and wife, kids, neighbors, your friends, boyfriend, girlfriend. We not fight with who live the boss, Washington DC, New York City. We don't know that.
And you're close, like physically.
Yeah, close physically. But even with that, also we have too many different parts, right? Some are more close, you are like relatives. Some of you are not relatives, they're your friend. It's different, right? Anyway, not talk too much, otherwise we have time to finish. We have to go complete. Anyway, that include or what essence of Buddhism is to cultivate our positive minds. Cultivate. Is correct? Okay? Try to develop more peaceful person, relaxed person, easy person. Okay? Not try to worry all the time. Not pity. What means pity? Right? Don't be make pity. It's very hard for us, anyone. Therefore, it's not changing one day. It's not changing 1 year, maybe 2 years, maybe 10 years, you doesn't see much. But try to more develop. Think more. Like really, what's the key of Buddhism to accept all the problems. Accept it. It's cause effects, really important. If you don't believe cause and effect, cause effect, then we say, okay, he did, she did, oh, he did. Then you always just bomb. Therefore, this is most important, legend. Okay? But this is really difficult research. What means that? And now we have second question. Okay? But this thing, study more. You study more, also you learn more. You're more free from the ignorance. Right? What do you think? You learn more, you're free from ignorance? Right? Like example, I am ignorant for the English. My book in English have also limit. They finish, they have no more. I'm just finished. But you guys also ignorant for Tibetan language. Any kind. Therefore, for you more study, you learn more, you free from more ignorance. Right? Like example, you do some mistake, you find that you don't do any more that, right? Before you mistake, maybe you're not intentionally made, but you don't know. We don't know we mistake. Do you guys do mistake? Really? Lot of mistakes? Do you do again that? Same thing again? No, really, right? We found, oh, I mistake that. We really found. Therefore, if you find, not you, if we find we're doing mistake, then we learn more. If we don't see we are doing mistake, we don't learn much. What do you think? Yes, no? No. I think that's true, yeah. Because sometimes people also say, okay, that's not maybe too much. Okay? Like that, we have to very important to study. It's very important. It's most important to the society, the most important society to study is most important or another things. In the society, what do you think? Not society, not important. The
society?
Society?
Well, the most important in society is to make money.
No, big money or doesn't matter. I'm not, allowed to make money. But everyone, like, especially the education country, like developed country like the US, like maybe not Tibetan, like China, in India. But everyone have a child. Before the child born, the parents think, okay, where I'm going to put my child school? What city is better? What teacher is better? Do we think of that? So why? Because we know that most important to give my child is education. Why? Now this too red, everyone looking red. He say, oh, that city is no good, that city is no good, you have choice. Then you find, and everyone identified most important to give first gift is my child, education. Then we say, why you need to give education? Too easy life. Yes, no. Freedom for the what? Easy job, right? Why we need to do easy job to study? If you don't get, if you don't know, you don't get job, right? Therefore, education is most important, right? Even our society life. If you believe or not. But you have more education, also you make more money. Then you need more and more and more. Anyway, like that. Therefore, we need to free from the samsara, the ocean of the samsara. You don't know how you know how you go. Swim, right? You can go to everywhere, right? Like fish, you guys, fish. I'm just die. If you don't know swim, you die, right? Like me, I'm almost died one time. Tamchin me. If he didn't see me, I'm dead person. You guys say, oh yeah, that one Geshe student, they come. He died on the swimming pool. Yeah, I'm almost die. But he knows I'm not, I don't know how you swim. He watching them. He said, otherwise the people, how's the guards, the people looking, the lifeguards, they just play there. They think I'm just play. I'm just going to that. They think I'm just play. Like that anyway. In order to free from the ocean or river or water, you need to know how you swim. Therefore, ocean of the samsara, we need to free from that. We need to know how you get out of that. Okay? You need to get the Daw's lesson. What's the Daw's lesson, right? The driving lessons. To how you get out to the samsara, ocean of samsara. There's education, the more study. Okay? Therefore, always try to more study, and also don't leave the study, then leave the book there. I know you guys read a lot of books, I say, hundreds of books. You guys finish that book, finish that book, finish that book. So many books here. But your mind's empty. Not you, our mind's empty. Right? They shows we are not very touched. Like, there are 3 types to listen the teaching. The one is the don't be no shabdava. No shabdava. No shabdava. Hole. Hole in the bottom. Hole in the bottom. How much you put water, then it doesn't stay there. Just go down. Hole. Therefore, we don't much hold. We just listen, leaky vessel. Okay, not that. We study, they try to put in, okay, put your book here. Think, okay, how that walk? Do you guys do that? Sometimes walk. Okay? Also, main thing was always don't worry, okay? Oh, I'm a terrible person, or I didn't mistake that, or I didn't do that. Don't worry. It doesn't fix. Worry doesn't fix. Never ever fix worry. It makes it more complicated. Just okay, calm down. Then try to again. Okay? Like that. Then more study is more important, okay? Right? If you need to nurse, you need to study more, right? Are you nurse or nurse sister? Okay. Are you give the injection? You give the people injection? Not yet. Oh, good. When you put anyway, like that, level even the like society level, you need to more education. Therefore, cheap enlightenment, free from all the samsara nature. We need to more study. Okay, now go come kill a person. Okay. There is that. Ganzo. There is ganzo. Tang koala and koda. The ganzo. That same numo one son. Take gender was same numo one.
And so, why we circle in cycle existence is because of our mind being influenced by the delusions, right?
So, there is that same numo one. There is ganzo. They all are ganzo same motion was.
And so, in order to free our mind from the control of the delusion, first you have to understand the mind, right?
Yeah. What today by that and the time those and the same sugar najate moshi at the payment never chamo.
And so therefore it is very important to understand about the mind and mental factors.
Okay. Other than digging next to the yaposh hakoch in Rodakona, when going to some double shoe pengo there was.
So if you really understand about the mind and the mental factors, then that will help us to control our mind.
Not been a motor than the Malay, Lapan Juga big Tatanga road was. And then not to some chojo, the no enjoy.
So it's like when you're driving, you have your both hands on the steering wheel, and then it's if you make mistake, it's easy to like maneuver,
Right? We always looking at that number. Go up, slow down. Otherwise, police come in, give the big ticket. Okay? Then the Tande pay Negachimucha there, and Tande to Nambiga, and Silk said, and the Chagres, same with Silk said.
So this is very important. This is the mind, the science of mind, according to Buddhism.
Okay. In Andelela ungo say chinmar, Mudunora Saures.
But it's not easy to understand. It's very, very complicated.
Okay? This is why we
Not simple, right? Not simple, very complicated.
Yeah, it's very complicated. Today, the Tanganzo same the same Nichirwa, that same Roba Chengede, and the same Judy, same Judy men, same Galachan Chetu Maris.
So now there are two, right? Mind and mental factor. And mental factors are like the helpers. Without the mental factors, mind will not be able to function properly.
Kanje Mijik Laka Chasan Chavalaya, both chick, tell Roba Ching Mambo, both the Laka Chasan Savala, Roba Ching men, Kolega Tagmar was.
And so just like a boss needs many helpers to finish his job, without these helpers, he will not be able to do all the jobs, right, by himself.
Today, boss Chasan Togo, boss Chasan Togo was.
But the boss has to overlook everything, right?
The same side that Tison over so boss compared to the Chiba Jason Romatang, Pendo, Perabano Shayo.
So like the mind is like the boss. I'm not saying exactly like a boss. It's similar to that. Not exactly, not 100%. It's just a example, like a rough example.
Okay. That same thing up to was.
And then the mental factors, there are 51 mental factors, right?
Okay. Collecting up to
So there are 51 workers under the boss.
Okay. Then the Kashi like a Yabu Chigri, Kashi like I would check my
Some they do good jobs, some they don't do good jobs.
The Lega Yabu Chigri Nazo Hakon, Dago, Lega Yabu Magic Nazo Takon Piors.
So those who do who do good job, you keep them, and those who don't do good job, you kick them out.
Okay, or they lost job. What is it? Tangazo Kaza and the Kundunga, hanging at that Kundunga Shesa in Bas.
So last time we talked about the 5 omnipresent mental factors already, right? So what are the 5 omnipresent mental factors?
Everyone remember, right? Okay. What's the first one? Feeling. So, do you have feeling? Do you guys feeling? Well, that feeling that
So we're not talking about anything very far away, just the feeling that you have. That's the feeling. So that kind of feeling, that feeling has how many kinds? 3. So then from the a good feeling, do you give rise to delusions? Sometimes the delusion comes from those good feelings.
Right? All the time you do
What about from the bad feeling? Do you get delusions from bad feeling?
Yes. Okay. Like that,
So what about the neutral feeling?
Ignorance.
You give ignorance? You give rise to ignorance?
So the
neutral feeling itself is like ignorance. Right?
What do you think? We say someone, we talk about good things, we talk about that person just said that there's no feeling. What do you say? Feelings, what happened? What's wrong here? But then there's a call.
So if you don't understand, the point, if you don't get the point, then you don't generate any of the good or bad feelings.
Okay? What second?
Second is discrimination. Right. What is discrimination?
Distinguish between this and that.
Okay, what's your?
Oh, that's good.
So the discrimination, what is the main function of the discrimination? It distinguishes the objects, right? Yeah. Without mixing them, right? So it says this is this, this is that. That's how the discrimination separates.
What's the third one?
So what is the intention? Mind that engages in the object, right? Engaging the mind into object. The metaphor that forces the mind to engage in object. Do you all see me?
Right.
So what makes you able to see me?
Something we don't know, maybe.
What makes you able to see me? Intention, yes. Third one. That's what we're talking about, right? The mind is seeing that. The mind is the eye consciousness is the primary mind. So it's the intention that makes the eye consciousness. Oh, look at that. That's Geshe there, So that's intention making you look at that, see that. The fourth one? So contact makes the mind and object
connect.
Come into contact, right? Yeah. So in order for you to develop the attachment towards a good sound, it's, oh, that's a nice sound. In order to develop attachment towards that good sound, your ear consciousness has to meet with the good sound, right? You have to hear it. The ear consciousness has to hear the good sound. So when that ear consciousness comes in contact with the good sound, then you develop that attachment. So yeah, the ear consciousness and the eye consciousness, who can see the further? Who can see further their object? Who can travel more?
Not use glass, not use the flower.
Sound? Sound or eye?
Right.
We can see stars that are billions of miles away.
That's good. That's a good thought.
You can also see the prudential tower, right? Can you hear that?
발생하는 데가 무시하고 발수시거든. Yeah, yeah.
So eye consciousness is stronger?
Yeah. 근데 발생하게 되는 거지.
Then maybe it's ear consciousness, right?
근데 뒤에 나시 돼, 나시.
The nose consciousness, smell?
너 나시도 제시의 리시다 가디가 다니시.
What about the tongue consciousness and body consciousness?
Very good, right?
Very weak.
어때 수술을 이게 또 이제 니가 가가 이럴 것 같아. 뭐 찍 말해서 가지.
So they all have different strength, to perceive their objects.
오케이. 다들 시도 뭐 다른 시험 거지. 근데 간지 레파세디 간 담보를 봐야 봐. 레파세디 아니 일도 이치니 파 체칭이 가지 까nak 땡에도 아니 고쳐가 그래서 와.
So anyway, the contact, is a mental factor, that makes, the object and the consciousness, the primary mind come into contact.
오케이. 들은 다소. We done all five?
Then attention.
가리 일하셔 봐.
일하죠.
일하셔 봐는 다 시바디 발라 열은 중에 아니 템보칭이. 아니
유치라고.
이 셔라발 중에 템보칭으로 떼중에.
So then attention, is engaging in a specific object, right? And being stable on that.
다 가상도 숨nel에 내게 수질라당도 뇨로쇼요 와서. 숨nel에.
So there was a complication about who comes first, right? Which of these mind comes first?
그래서 그래서 문에 지난 도서 차선 뒤수 찔러용 거서 봐. 세다지는 뒤수 찔러용 거 뒤수 찔러 가는 거는 가 지발했어.
So actually they all come at the same time. And then they all seize at the same time.
오케이. 나 따뜻 팔잖아. 빼 뇨로서도 깔레카원도 배셔나 깔레카원도 왔어.
Yeah, so but to apply that, to real life experience is really difficult, right?
맨날 제랑 수질라 네 까인들한테 내 까이래 300이 내 사람들 좀 소화가지고 저도 소화게 제기도 했어.
So like when you see the cup, you say, oh, this is the cup, right? Your mind, makes you to look towards this cup. And then, you say, what kind of feeling do you get? Do you get any feeling looking at the cup?
You don't think this is a nice cup?
Neutral feeling.
Neutral.
Very good. So 제리래 감들 해상고요래 감들 파 떼치기래 아니 갑 해상고요래 갑라 파 가로 태치기요래 때문에 간지 나도 냉해는데 파는 싫어하고 오면 돼.
So yeah, you get all those things, right? So you have the the feeling, right? So neutral feeling or whatever kind of feeling you have, and then you have the intention of wanting to look at the cup, and then you have the attention looking particularly at the cup of this shape or and the color and so forth, the discrimination, and all this comes all there at the same time.
Okay, this
but,
is more
it's
study.
Difficult to complicate.
Read more books, but they're very complicated. This is yes.
Question, because I just was aware of something, and I can recall that in the past I would have been annoyed by it. Now there's a plane circling over here.
Yes.
I was aware of it, but I'm paying attention to you. But there was a time when if I had heard that, I'd be annoyed. Now I'm like, well, it's just a plane going by, and that's the way it is. I'm like neutral about it. So in some ways, I feel like being neutral is more positive. Like, because, my purpose in being in this room is to listen to you. If I'm distracted by a plane or, whatever is going on out there, then that would be a negative. That's a negative sound. But now I just hear the plane and like that's just the plane. So, okay. But it doesn't distract. It no longer distracts me. And so that's almost like a neutral. That would be a neutral feeling about the plane. Would that be?
Yeah, that's really true, yeah.
Okay.
They don't bother us.
No, but there was a time when it would bother me.
Yeah, that right now it doesn't bother you.
Right, but it does not bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're asking why?
No, so like there are times when a certain sound or a smell or could really irritate somebody. And so that would be a negative thing. But if you get to the point where the sound comes, it comes and it goes, and you're not attached to it, you're not averse to it, you're just kind of neutral about it. So to me, that would be like a positive thing. Or maybe not, huh? Or it's like a whatever sound.
So yeah, if you are neutral to that, then that's better, right? If you are too attached, you might get attachment. If you don't like it, then you get anger, and so that's not good. So if it's neutral, it's very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case.
We don't say all the time, oh, neutral is very bad. We don't say, oh, ignorant. We don't like, we don't say no.
Yeah, it's not always bad, yeah.
Therefore, we go to shopping, we go to the mall. Oh, nice clothes. Oh, I like to buy that. Then buy more. Next, at the end of the month, you have credit card bills like that. What do I buy that? Because attachment. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Right? We go to shopping. Are you guys go shopping? Go to Marsha's. Then no more. Yeah, Shaw's, Marsha's, how you call it? Macy's, TJ Maxx. We think all the time, oh, they're cheap. We think cheap, we buy more, because our attachment, we don't use that. Our feeling, that no one push the, oh, this cheap, buy that. It's cheap, buy that. Right? We buy it out, right? Like our attachment, like this is like our nature. Like that, okay? Kanji kunrungati lega kaka yamba chun hago so kaka yawa. Tate se ngale yung de jiron de pe nyoro saures.
So what comes first and what comes later is very complicated. But you understand the function of those 5 different omnipresent manifactors, right?
Ta ngoni jina chasan tichila yung ko weda. Ta de ngoni samna kali ko ta kanji te so pe. Karo pe me chau chada ngazo le lao she karo. Ta yung to karo she to yung marwa.
So actually they all happen at the same time, but it's very difficult for us to see that.
Okay? Tadi kazo she sa yin. Ta ngazo yinga ndo yawas.
Anyway, we're done with that now. Okay, so let's go to the 5 object asset and manufacturers.
What are we talking?
Aspiration.
So
So what are the 5 object asset and manufacturers? We talked about the aspiration already, right?
Tanpesa khajina yore pachinde yedra ane karo yinge ngo kharla gesame gores gesama to yi shiba chadang ngo yo mares khajina do ndo tekanga yinge damba lag mar yinge lag mar lag so mar was.
And so like in some texts it says that all these 5 object asset and manufacturer has to be virtues, and they all have to be virtuous. So aspiration will be a virtuous also in this context. It will be virtuous also. So if you have an aspiration for watching a movie or doing something bad, then that's not the aspiration of this context.
Karna thei ko karna doping ni bola meni de demba kam tan de to do pateni lo ne tundi ki tension ko de tundi ki je ko res karna tundi se de ngazo lega ya buchinde tundi lag mares songa gela to os gewala to sembashi.
And so, like it says here in the definition, right? So the question is, what is aspiration? And then the response is, it is the very wish to be endowed with this or that, of a desired thing. It has the function of acting as support for making effort. So, do you see any part where it says it has to be positive? No. So that's the hidden part. So the word, the last sentence was it has the function of acting as a support for making effort. So that has to be positive. So when we say effort, so effort in the Dharma context, the effort means working hard for the Dharma. So if you're working hard to make money or work in the field, even though you work very hard, that's not effort. So effort is only working hard for the virtuous activity. If you work hard for the virtuous, then that's effort. So when it says it serves as a support for that effort, that means that aspiration also has to be positive.
Okay? But the chance, okay, what do you think? Chance, the buying a Magi some shot as well. The buying a Magi some shot. And then the batang, the battle
attention at the buying.
the Pajita Yomaros. Can you get them marching in the buying shot? Or that Tony shower. That's only the shot. Then he shows the shot. They shall not know, and it's only them, but it's only them that they couldn't give a chance. Them at another, the bar is. Then they choose the shot.
Then sit down by the shadow.
Sit down the bar.
So no
them marching so much. Sit down like a gentle alone. Watch. Rova, but you don't know such a matter.
Did you got it?
There is a done the buying young. The bottom drawing in the Tata to share the same thing of watching the bottom maris.
So can you think of any aspiration? Yeah, can you think of any aspiration that's not serving as a support for effort? Yeah, so so in general, right? So in this case, if you're making effort, that has to be an effort for the Dharma, right? So because of that, but then there isn't any aspiration, right? There isn't any aspiration that is not serving as a support, for effort, right? There isn't, whether in this context, of course, but even in general, you can't find, right? So even if it's for a bad thing, it still have to have, it still has to be a support for the effort. So with that thought, then you would make the effort. If you don't have that aspiration, no matter whether the work is good or bad, you will not make effort for that.
What if you have an aspiration but you don't make the effort?
Well, that is 3 doors. That is the hanging on the man.
Yeah, so if you don't do anything, you don't do anything, right? But if you were to do it, but you have to have that thought though. If you were to do it, yeah, so if you want to do something, then you have to have that thought, right? So that thought always serves as support. But doesn't mean that if you have that thought, you will definitely do it. No, it's not like that. But if you were to do it, then you definitely have to have that thought. That with aspiration, or a thought wanting to do it. That's what aspiration means.
Okay, yes.
You're saying that because of the definition says it has to be support for effort, effort has to be always virtuous, therefore aspiration according to this definition is virtuous too.
Yes.
But this is the next homework, okay? You guys try to find different book, whoever say. Nga pecha kajen tongso sir. Yingin ala, gisami go re se dene pecha ndus. The image in the 20 tension was the koya do ya. Pecha kajen al go martin lapshas. Nga dene tongso sir, chunso tashu sir.
So Geshe, he found in some text that says that all these 5 object ascertained mental factor has to be virtuous, right? So because like in here in this case, right, aspiration, it has to be virtuous because it serves as a support for effort. But some text it says it's not necessary. So you can find a quotation from different texts, saying different things.
Okay. Okay.
So we talked about the aspiration now, right? Quite familiar with that? Yeah. So then now next we move to the belief. Baba.
Okay. Tangumba Kidilis, Mubakashina, giving bo Chatara, Nebajana, Zambate, Muntrovani Lecheno, Shizambada, Rank, Timing, Yesimbi, Ichin, the Lantokonata, Yena Mayano, and the Zimbi pass.
And so then instead regarding the entity of belief, the compendium of knowledge says, what is belief? It holds as ascertained thing to be just the way it has been ascertained. It has the function of non-captivation. Just as it has been said above, it is the knower which holds the object that has been ascertained by its valid cognition, thinking it is just like this and not otherwise.
This Sheleja Choram Montreal relationship Sombana, ranking Yesimbi, Tala Muba Tembo, Nyapana, Parupu,
Legend Garza?
Legendos.
The legend?
The Shele, these 디 셀레지 차원 디 셀레기 차원으로 간다 문초비 레전 시송 받더라스 문초비 샘심발 파다 기초 좀 많이 문초비 레전 시송 받아 라는 게 셈비 돈라 무바템보로 녀바 버르부 버르 가로 버르 녀바나 버르베 대외 젠던저 미니베 돈스 가지 셈바지 바지오 도고 말레스 페나 잠로는 남바당 시비 따위 처벌 삼네 강기 라바메베 점내니 얘는 냠데 제바당 동반야 상진 야치 라바메베 점내니 대당 예비 최당 추처전의 제비 gendan장 라바메베 점내서 세면이 있는데 아주 좀 마치 로셔도 지금 진로는 저도 대원도 법원에 용도 지랍션.
So you have read this many times, right, already?
멜로는 제 멜로는 제 100만 왔어.
No, really?
Okay, you have the text, read that. And then you have the questions, read this question that.
So if you have read it, I was thinking that you have read it so many times you don't have to read it. But you haven't, then let's read it.
If you read, then you find that.
So from
question.
there, okay? Just as it has said above, it is a knower which holds the object that has been ascertained by its valid cognition, thinking it is just like this and not otherwise. Here its function is specified as non-captivation, because when one has gained firm belief in the object that one has ascertained, an opponent cannot stir away from it. For example, reflecting upon the difference between the Buddhist and non-Buddhist teachers in the context of going for refuge, one analysis, which is an infallible refuge, and ascertain that only the teacher, the Buddha, is an infallible refuge. Then when the doctrine taught by him and the spiritual community properly practicing this doctrine are also ascertained by valid cognition to be infallible refuge, firm belief in them as final refuge is gained. Thereupon, followers and so forth cannot lead one astray, and one has then joined the ranks of Buddhists. Based upon this, all wholesome qualities will increase. Furthermore, engaging in the Bodhisattva's says, the Muni has taught that belief is the root of all that belongs to the class of virtue, and the root of that is constant meditation on the fruition results.
Okay. What you gonna think? Ali? Good morning. Okay, what you gonna think? You have any questions, any doubts? No?
I don't know what captivation means.
Yeah, like that. 문초 받나? 파 지오자 주좀 많이 봐. But I like example. I say okay. I don't know. 가르다 빼셔. 문초 받는 까지 대리 내려서 내려와. 대리 딱 레처럼 설명 자세처럼 고아 이해되다. 산님이 심하지 심바시라. 알레 다디 인사도 초판 투르고 가지.
So you get captivated easily by other explanation. Like today, one person says, "Oh, this is how it is," and tomorrow the other person says that. I say, "Oh, maybe it's like that." Then you get captivated by that, and then you get stirred away very easily. Like it says here, non-captivation because when one has gained firm belief in the object one has ascertained, the opponent cannot stir one away from it. Yes. So something that you already ascertained. Now you are certain about something, and then you say, "Oh, this is how it is," and then later, then somebody else says something else. Then you get to move there, So once you have that strong belief, a firm belief in this, then you will not be stirred away like that. So you are ascertained, yeah. You are ascertained by the valid cognition. So you all know that Geshe is Tibetan. For example. So then somebody says, "Oh no, he's not Tibetan, he's Indian, because he lived in India, he did this, he did that, he has people in India," and all this explanation, right? Will you believe that? So because you have this strong, firm belief, right? That because through the you have ascertained that through your valid cognition that he is Tibetan, right? And so no matter who says what, then you will not believe that.
Okay.
Incontrovertible, right? Is that so? It couldn't be shaken.
Yes. Yeah.
This girl, we said, I said, she's Vietnamese. You guys, oh yeah, she's Vietnamese.
She's what?
Vietnamese.
Venomous?
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
She's from Vietnam.
Okay? Now you're the original.
What did he do?
Venomous, like a snake. Venomous.
Oh, venomous.
Okay?
Venomous.
Now, we ask, oh, she's Vietnamese. You guys know, oh, she's Vietnamese. Tomorrow, someone, no, she's not Vietnamese. She's Cambodia. You guys, oh yeah, she's Cambodia. I didn't know. But just to show you,
So because you have not gained the ascertainment, through valid cognition, right?
okay. 내가 가서는 랑은 내서 밑에 해도 대변 내가 정말 가는 저기 가는 저쪽으로 왔어.
So it has to be something that you are already ascertained with, right? If you are not ascertained with, then you can change, right? It has to, like it says here, it holds an ascertained thing to be just the way it has been ascertained. So it has to be ascertained, otherwise, of course, you will not have that strong belief. If you don't know really, then somebody else says, then you can change it. But if you really know that, then, of course, nobody will be able to change because you really know it, You really know that she's not Vietnamese, she's Cambodian.
Yes.
Belief is not an object that's created.
Yeah, so that will not be that's a weak belief, right? So it's not belief.
It's subject to captivation.
Yeah,
So this belief it has certainty.
that's a certainty, yeah.
So what's the difference between this belief and just knowing?
That's a shell,
그러나 너무 시끄러워 봐. 희는 다 때문에 생기게 돼.
So first you just know it, right? So once you have known, then you say, oh yes, this is how it really is. Like just the way it has been ascertained. That's how it really is, and then you hold firm, and onto that, and that's the belief. That's the belief of this context. So that's a little bit different from knowing. Knowing, you just know. So whatever you have known, then you hold strongly on that knowing.
It seems almost like an inferential valid cognition because it can't be shaken, it's intellectual, and it's
아까지 거기 체마다 너 체마로 가지고 내가 제가 이제 이제 가는 데로 고생하는 데로.
Yeah, so it has to be valid cognition. It has to be ascertained by valid cognition. It could be the inferential valid cognition, or it could be a direct valid cognition.
옛날에도 이치 그도 이치 집어내고 이치 집어내는 쭉쭉으로 봤을 때. 대신 이치나 공개로 말다 듣고 이치로 봤어.
So inferential valid cognition also have the inferential valid cognition based on a belief, right? And so all these things. So that it could be that also, yeah.
Right. That 이치는 뭔가 내려 하고 말서. 배나 민남바야 보지. 배나 다 보지 보면 남바야 보지는 것도 그 관련이 야 보지 않았나? 당도 배 남배라라 개와 남발아 수좀 야 보송 저와야 보고 맞아. 남바야 보고 용을 하려고 이러고. 제 배나 저도 내시 가지 않아요. 메시지래야. 보니요. 보문이요. 직이죠. 직다 니죠면 그 가르치는 식으로는 내가 가르쳤어. 남배도 진짜 그랬어.
So like for example, if there is two children in a family, right? Two children in a family. One child is very, very good looking, and the other child is not very good looking. So why is the difference? Right? Why is there two different look in a child of the same parents in the same family? So Buddhism will explain that the one of them have created a good cause in the past, right? They practice patience, practice virtuous actions. Therefore, it's very beautiful. And then, but that's how the Buddhism explains. How will you say? What will you say? Genetics. Yeah, but that's so genetic is same, right?
Yeah, well, one child got more traits from the father's side than from the mother's side. Something, you look at
Yeah, that's something.
Because if you're tall, my parents, my mom showed my dad's tall, so they said, oh no, you got that from your dad.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
If mom is very beautiful, handsome, then what happened?
And then something went wrong.
Anyway, Buddhism says if you want to be handsome, beautiful, be patient. You become beautiful. You don't need to buy so many makeups. You have to think too much. You have to wash every day. Morning you have to problem to not put up. takes half hour. Even you have to take down half hour. Like that, There is a passion that you don't need to, how you call, makeups. Okay? That tenero hago, that you hago, so kanjin, muba sati, yet, neba, tempo, ichichin, what tenero lang was.
So anyway, so the belief in the East, is something that you have already known. You hold strong to that.
Okay? That is that in the homework. Okay,
Yep, so
last
that's-
week's homework.
So last week's homework.
What's homework? Now I don't have the paper. Even I've lost my paper. I couldn't find. What's homework?
The first question was, what's the definition of aspiration?
The very easy, right?
This is easy, right? This is easy, right? How many people are? Yes, Bob?
Aspirations are nowhere that upon observing some intended thing seeks it.
Is that correct?
Yes.
It's correct? One side? And then the other. What's the second one? Yeah, this is easy, right? Okay? Second one?
What is the cause that gives rise to meditative stabilization?
그래서 땡을 기울여 유지한 것 같습니다.
Okay, yeah. This is complicated. What else? Yes, Laura? Yeah, Jennifer?
Overcoming laziness through a continuous fervent aspiration that seeks meditative stabilization.
So what about the aspiration? What makes you to get the aspiration for meditative stabilization, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's from a contemplation on the benefits of the practice. So first, you have to first learn about it. Then you have to contemplate the benefits. Then you develop faith in it, and then you can get the aspiration. And then, first the faith. Just because you do you know what it is, you meditate on it, you get the faith. Okay, this is a good thing. Then you get the aspiration to want to do it. Then you put in the effort, and then you develop the planning.
그래. 못 해봐서라. 근데 이번에도 내려가서 가져다 누가 기회했어. 누가 영화를 내는 정도 지금 정도 제거는 정도 배우려면 가서 신작하고 그랬어.
Okay. Bob, you have driven or Sam?
Same as Marianne.
Then, yeah? Sam? Not different? You know what different? You are different?
Slightly different, yes.
Yeah, go on.
Although I put that the direct cause for meditative stabilization is effort.
Okay, I think, yeah.
Mine was first you develop calm, abiding, then insight, and then unify both. So mine's a little way different.
You are more a little bit deeper. Kimberly, you have?
Well, I think what Bob and Marianne are quoting is from Hopkins, which reflects what the Lama Zopa says.
Good. Deborah, you have?
Similar to Maria, I had just slightly different terms. First, you understand the benefits of developing meditative civilization. Then you make that understanding stronger, so you have a belief or conviction. And then from that, you want to have that, so you have the aspiration, and then from this aspiration, you put in the effort. That effort comes to meditative civilization. But I think the compliance of body and mind.
제가 내가 담보들 뭐하다 표현을 통해서 표현 통해서 이제 누가 기회했을 때 저도 제가 때 저도 다 생기 시작하고 그랬어.
Yeah, I think Deborah is more close. 그냥 담보 띵이 이제 시작하고 있나? 대략 통일되게 대화. 말로 다음에 대화 지금 봐.
So first, if you see the benefit or the qualities of the meditative stabilization, then you will have the wish to achieve that. That's the aspiration, right? So if you have that aspiration, then based on that, you will make the effort to achieve that.
Of course, you guys good, but I think main things like the Nina was there are some later some gate GB Shin of Taban, Yimson, Gund, Gewala, Jomala, John the Minjibi, Lero to course, thinking the decision of Deva Tomaina and Lero to Macha.
So if you cannot stop the laziness, that is the non-enthusiasm towards cultivating vegetable and that takes joy in its discordant class, then from the outset you will not be inclined to engage in meditative stabilization. So first you have to see the benefits, right? And so once you see the benefits, then you will have the aspiration, wanting to achieve that, and then then you will make the effort. And so when you make the effort, then you overcome the laziness. So if you don't overcome the laziness, you will not be able to achieve this meditative stabilization.
And the how do you
So so in order to overcome that laziness, towards the towards achieving meditative stabilization, you have to make the effort that starts to achieve meditative stabilization. So in order to make that effort, you have to have the aspiration wanting to achieve meditative stabilization. And then in order to have that aspiration, you have to have that strong belief in meditative stabilization, non-cultivating strong belief in the meditative stabilization. So just like when we apply for the job, first we look for the benefit, right? So what benefit is there in that job? Once you see the benefit, then you will apply for that job.
Right? Do you apply to a nurse to job for apply for nurse? He knows that. She's not like in the example. That
So not everybody, but most of us, right? We look at the benefits. Right? So we want to become a nurse or doctor because we see the benefit. Therefore, we want to become that.
Okay. Now that one is good answer. I think there was like more. Then the Shunman. Chibata Chibata, there are this.
So yeah, so everybody has very similar, but what David said makes more clear.
Okay, then what?
Anybody else has different than what we just discussed?
I like to do something different, yes.
Well, I had all the steps, I was going to say it, but I went back even further, like to what is the cause of having aspiration? Or what is the cause of being able to see the benefits? And that would be like to meet a perfect guru that can explain the benefits and embody the qualities of meditative stabilization. And then what's the cause of that? Would be virtuous actions.
Virtuous action of?
Just any virtuous act. I don't know. I was wondering what kind of virtuous action is the cause of meeting a perfect guru.
The virtuous action of oneself or the virtuous action of the guru? Of oneself.
I guess it depends on both. But what is virtuous action that one could do?
then 열심히 돼야 되게 태워야 디테일이랑 소소지 손을 쌓아가지고 그랬어. 아니 손을 가래서 놓은 손을 가래서 가래다 가서 손을 지라고 쌓아지더라. 손을 지라고 가래를 띠 뭐라 하고 했어.
This is very tight. 대하고만 단단 나가서 그냥 2 days. 나가서 내 토요일 랭크만 쌓아서 그래서.
근데 뭐라서도 손을 가래 소소기 손을 여기 열심히 손을 내 소소기 뭐.
근데 이거 소소 손으로 소소 손으로.
소소로 열심히 봐.
되게 열심히 손을 말. 대 소소 손을 맞지. 나 코라니 토요일에 랭크만 쌓아서 간지네.
So yeah, of course, it's going to be your virtue. It's going to be your virtue, and but of course you have to have the some kind of karmic relationship with that teacher to be able to meet with that teacher, right? And yeah, of course, to say exactly what kind of virtue it is very difficult to say.
그래, 만족돼 돼야 돼. 가시 샤쇼를, 가시 노쇼를, 가시 로쇼를 가지 더 너무 기왕만 애기 딱 용어를 봐.
So just like we all came here together, so many of us here came from all parts of the different parts, like from different part of the world, originally maybe from different part of the world, and we all got together here, and we come to meet with each other. Why is that? So we have that specific karma that we have created that allowed us to be together here and meet with each other.
Okay, that is jelly huge. Okay, like that. This is good, yeah. Okay, any different? That is okay. Third one.
What is the difference between the aspiration wishing to meet and the aspiration that seeks?
Oh yeah, there's complicated, right? Yeah. Okay. What's different? Okay. Yeah, Bob.
Well, I had from Geshe Rapton, aspiration wishing to meet is wishing to meet again that which is past, is what he said in his book.
Yeah.
So some quality or some person that you had in the past, maybe even in a past life, to meet with them again. And the aspiration that seeks is aspiring to achieve a certain goal in the future.
Okay. You got a different? Anyone have different? Any other? Yes.
Well, the only thing I add to what Bob said was like aspiration wishing to meet could be either wholesome or unwholesome. Like looking for the wholesome one would be like looking for a spiritual teacher. The unwholesome one would be aspiring to go to Disneyland or something. That would, but as far as aspiration, that would be an aspiration to meet. And then an aspiration to seek would be what Bob said, and I just gave, for an example, I would just say enlightenment. That would be like to seek enlightenment. And that would be wholesome only. Yeah.
And so the one about the wholesome and unwholesome, is that?
Well, that would be an aspiration wishing to meet. And a wholesome aspiration wishing to meet, a wholesome one would be wanting to meet with a spiritual teacher. And then the unwholesome would be more worldly. Yeah.
The wholesome is what?
Well, wishing to meet, the wholesome one would be wishing to meet a spiritual teacher. The unwholesome one would be more like a worldly goal.
Yeah. Yes, Deborah.
Well, I'm not a different one, if we finish discussion tomorrow.
Different? Okay.
Yeah.
Geshe Ngawang Tenley said,
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. What do you think?
he said, this is sort of hard to understand for me, aspiration wishing to meet is to wanting to encounter love and compassion, the colors bodhicitta, or it can also refer to wanting to meet the triple gem, bodhisattvas, and so on. An aspiration that seeks is aspiring to attain some realization or Dharma understanding in the future.
See what?
To attain some realization or Dharma understanding in the future.
What is the first one is the meeting?
To encounter love and compassion, the colors of bodhicitta, or can also want to meet the triple gem bodhisattvas.
Well, they lie to yours. Yes, they lie to yours. Tanda kodu shama kaji tanda ndemo desumbe shasha, desumbe shasha dosi. Modu chungme ndeze chungme shasha. Tengi pere tonso.
Yeah, so and that makes sense also what you said by Geshe Ngawang Tenley. But according to the Abhidharma Kosha, it applies to the 3 times, right? The past, future, and present, past, future, and present.
대도자시 시당자요 생각도 군도 지나서 군도 당간도 된다 춘제대 당도 참이 개내야 되죠.
그래.
춘제 중문제.
중문제.
네, 땀 참이 개내기로 왔어.
So the Abhidharma Kosha, is something that is accepted by all the Buddhists, right?
Do you have any George?
No, George said the same as the other guys. He didn't have anything. He said, most of our life we wish to meet with pleasure, riches, and fame. That's our wish, our aspiration. We wish to be separated from hot, cold, suffering, loneliness. And that seeks means, in some contexts, aspiring for another rebirth, or it could be aspiring to be samsara. So it is a bit not so clear.
Okay, 다른 뭐 기시가 되어가지고 대기 군대 가는 저는
So what Bob said from Geshe Ngawang, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the source of that is in the Abhidharma Kosha.
뭐 소소하고 야야로 야와 배터리가 사제에서 저는 또 공부도
The source now of that you have to be able to trace back to the Indian pandits, Indian scholars, right? Like Vasubandhu and so forth. And then from there you go back, trace back to like all the way to Buddha Shakyamuni.
Okay, good. Yes.
All of the aspirations ideally would come from right understanding, the Eightfold Path.
But that's the Hakwa, they don't go to
Yes.
So from understanding, yeah. So
Hakwa.
you see, understand, and then that's, oh yeah, that's good, I want to have that.
하고 소소 양이 왔는데 이것으로 하고 양이
So if you understand and then you get experience, then you will have the aspiration, the wish.
Okay, 다 나와야 된다.
The last question.
Is what's the meaning of the aspiration seeking views?
What is
I could find only one place, and that was with the teaching by Rebel Children, and she says it's aspiring to understand something. It can be useful or it can and beneficial when we try and understand the Dharma, or at other times it can be simply as, I'm trying to understand why someone did something which is completely not useful. So it's the aspiration to understand something.
Understand. How is 미리 가르친 대로 지금 하고 하시는 누가기가 어디서 누가게. So that would be seeking the view.
Yes, seeking view. I just interpreted that. That is what the Lord said as aspiration.
하고 미리 사람들이 가다가 미리 내가 가르친 대로 지금 하고 있는 거라. 가르친 대로 지금 그러면 캔들 가르친 대로 지금 하고 있는 거라. 어디 들어가서 돈 받으라? 아니, 하고 있는 거. So, according to the word, right, the seeking view, it has to be something to do with the view. No? Doesn't it have to? Opinion? Some truth.
I think it's the Buddhist view, like the view of emptiness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the opinion.
Yes, tower more than this time, and the Japanese is a tower being on the tower. She was telling me about tower danger, shouldn't ten tower, ten to buy a camera, now we get that tower was.
Yeah, the view can be different, right? So there are many kind of views. So of course, emptiness is one of the view of the Buddhist view. That everything is empty of inherent sense. So that emptiness, the Buddhist view.
Okay, Bob, yeah. Yes.
No.
Okay.
I couldn't find anything.
Kimberly, yeah.
No, I couldn't find any sources, and I'm still not clear what we mean by views.
Yeah, they're real too many. Sit down with the lab. No more, not to be that, Suzu, power.
So view, you say your view, right? The Buddhist view, like we just talked about. Buddhist view is like the view of emptiness. It's a Buddhist view.
Wow.
Is it the same as belief? Synonymous?
No.
What you want to do? No.
Is it the same as philosophy?
The cool Suzu got a tower. Takaro, Lusono, Lamudo. I could Lamudo. That's what Lamudo. That's 취단지 때 정황이 받은 남백이 남루랬으나 대관이다. 좋다랬으나.
So the view is the way of things, the way things are, where the things are. So that's like talking about the independence, interdependence, and emptiness of inherent existence. Those are the way of things, the way the things exist according to Buddhism. So like the thinking, seeing that, oh, there is a past and future life, right? Past and future life, living in the past and future life, that's also view.
Do you find any place?
I did.
What do you find?
Geshe Rajan again says a strong interest in a particular opinion or view.
Khensur. Okay, there we are.
No, I just,
Okay.
I
다음에 다들 이게 배제는 동시 배제도 없고 대대하고 해서 뒤나라 너가도 배제다가 네가 배제하면 배를 가만히 좀 내리셔서 이제 요렇게 말했어. 뒤나 가라든가 내가 되는 이 와서 뇌영아 되는 이 말하지. 뇌영아. 내가 되는 이 말, 뇌영아. 먼저 소리 들으세요. 내가 내가 아니 따오는 직다당 타다 토론이. 직다당 타다 그러고 다 걔네 다 어떻게 따오는 직다당 까지 가다라치들 데이트 좀 말해 이거 대인 직다라고 다 대반도 안 다다라고 대반 다다해봐 까지 대다다 있으면 이제 뭐 대다다는 대기 까지 따와 대 도는
따와대 돈이
또야 돈 얘기들 아니 따와든 얘기인데
직다다 타다리다
따와대 돈 얘기 어때를 자시했어 배제 때문에 자시했어 옛날에 내 얘기 너바디 너만이 많이 나셨어.
So again, he found a text, but it's a text on the collected, the collected topics. So the collected topic, and it's composed by one of the teachers, not really famous one, but one of the teacher from Tibet. And according to him, he said the aspiration seeking the view, will be like when seeking to understand, to gain the realization of the emptiness of the transitory collection, the view of the transitory collection, and the view of the extreme of nihilism and eternalism. So wanting to understand that view. So, but then he said at the end, he said that kind of aspiration is not a real aspiration. So that's not the real aspiration like the other aspiration, like it is explained in the definition here.
Okay. And that can tell you that none nobody got you on the young at anyone not sure was. In that there you go, Mazulana, there are guessing good, mobile guessing good, the man guessing good was to guess was. The young that is what the Japan was.
So the wishing aspiration, right?
The wish
Seeking wish. So the aspiration is seeking wish, right? There wasn't the thought in yesterday. So there was this two last one, right? The aspiration had that six is of many types, and there's aspiration seeking wishes. So wishes, which means a desire. Desires, right? So wishes are again same as desire. Seeking the desire object. So here he explained that that's the five desire objects. Like the object of the visual, the five senses, anyway, the five sense objects.
Okay.
So is that the meaning of the aspiration seeking views?
No, the seeking view is to get the realization of that transitory collection view, the view of the transitory collection. But the talking about the five sense object is the aspiration seeking wishes. The wishes and aspiration seeking view, the two different ones.
Right.
Yeah.
얘는 단대문이 단단 도박하잖아. 그래서 단 아비가 주다제 때네. 답이 땡주 또라가 되기 위해 다 데려자 그래서
And so if you, then again, you can also say here, the Buddhist view. So the Buddhist view is that everything is interdependent and empty of existing, and empty of existing form is one side. So wanting to achieve the realization, of the Buddhist view. So that kind of aspiration, then you can say that's aspiration.
And this is the Sanjay Kompa, don't you
And then again, the aspiration-seeking wishes can be wishing to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings.
that's what the tail of Sanjay Teremudani.
No, wish. Oh,
So Geshe, you can write that down. That will be the correct answer.
For today.
And if tomorrow nobody will be able to say that that's not the wishing aspiration that wishes.
Those are the patient of the
Because it's not clear in many of the texts. Yeah, so that's why Geshe he's going to make the decision there.
Okay. Okay, next question. Next week onward. And Mubada decision to chalk is.
So what's the difference between discrimination? Difference between discrimination and belief.
Mubada decision chalk.
The Kurukulla Center.
That's it, better or not, it's better counted. That was. Okay? And then mobile yoga issues.
How many different kinds of beliefs are there?
Better than this patient mother laws and not patient mother things.
You have to look at different, because this text doesn't say how many divisions, right?
This is a
So you have to look into different texts for the divisions.
Okay.
So how many different kinds of beliefs?
No, that's about how many are divided. So it's you can find in different texts, not in here, but you can find in different texts. So look in different texts.
Okay?
Okay.
아니, 난 지금 시작하고. 아니, 인간이 계승이 complete. 아니, 고달로 가르쳐.
And then why the five object ascertaining manufacture has to be virtuous.
Okay.
You find reasons and quotations.
Okay. That is.
How many?
That's about three.
Two or something.
But that thing is that
Yeah, that should be enough.
It's enough. Okay? Okay, thank you. We start here. It's not easy to understand, but don't stop.
Please turn to page 39. Saji perki jushing neto kami mabling jini deken padi sanye jing going te huagi gogun nabek jing lacher parshu jitsun nami kutse raten jing nakartin ne chocher ye padan osam ken pedren me sasungi rute munsel hatu negurchi idam suduratma mandalakam niryatayami. From my two collections, vastest space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, you have become the chief leading guru for all those whose minds wisdom lies blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives from Jushu. May I find the best of complete graded paths with the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas while practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold the Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once spread and declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted boundless peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. by even this graded course to enlightenment completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive or practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain circle land, source of every benefit and joy, the Lord ends in God so generously, remain in life till samsara's end. Page 49, the short one that prayer from Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tok tso chang shi chang ren yo wei, ten zi zhong fei wei, ku zo lo ku zi, chok sun mo lei lei mo tu ru, Page 57, dedication prayer. Through this virtue may I swiftly and in Buddha's state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious Supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and wherefore never decline, but increase forevermore. Page 75, page 79.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sure.
Thank you very much, thank you, Namcho. Mind Center, they have a working cleanup weekend, May 21st and 22nd. They still need a lot of hands. You can stay over it's a Saturday and Sunday, so you can stay over the Saturday night. Obviously, lunches and dinners provided. Just email director@malarepa.org, Malarepa Center.
There's a slight change. It may not happen because they just haven't been enough people. So just if you are interested in going, contact them, be sure it's happening.
Okay.
That's good. Thanks, Deborah. Friday, we've got a Guru Puja at 7 p.m. Everyone's very welcome. Sunday, we have before class at 9 a.m. We've got the practice of the 35 confession Buddhas. Anyone have questions, you can stop me afterwards. It's a wonderful purification practice. Takes us about 35-40 minutes. So we do from 9 o'clock until before class. So please join us for that. And then just reminder, June 17th, save the date, please, for Sakadawa celebration from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You'll see in our newsletter, there's a sign-up genius that you can sign up. We'll need many hands to help again, please. And that's it. Thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Namcho.